In the previous video, that is the 44th video, where we covered 32 to 39 shlokas, Lord Krishna, replying to the queries raised by Arjuna, reassures him that through continuous practice it would be possible for him to control his mind. Arjuna then asks Lord Krishna what would be the fate of the spiritual aspirant who starts yoga practice in all good faith but is unsuccessful as his life comes to an end. Arjuna pleads with the Lord, saying that only the omniscient, omnipotent Lord, that is his dear friend Krishna, can clear his doubts. So let us see what Lord Krishna replies. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Parthanaiveha namutra vinashastasya vidyate nahi kalyana krit kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. Shri Bhagavanuvacha, the Lord replies, Partha tasya iha vinashaha na vidyate. Partha, O Arjuna, son of Pritha, that is Kunti. Tasya iha, tasya here refers to that spiritual aspirant who in his previous birth had practiced yoga, and then due to some reasons he had given up the yoga, he had abandoned. So Partha tasya iha vinashaha na vidyate. Iha is ihaloke, in this life itself. So there is no vinasha, there is no destruction. Na vidyate, there is no destruction for that person in this life. Amutra eva na, nor in the next life also. Tata. So Krishna is addressing Arjuna as Tata, dear friend. He, because Kalyanakrit kaschit durgatim na gacchati. Kalyanakrit, one engaged in virtuous good deeds. Kaschit durgatim na gacchati. Such a person who engages in virtuous good deeds, kaschit durgatim na gacchati, faces no downfall. So Krishna addresses Arjuna in a very affectionate way, calling him Tata, dear one. Replying to Arjuna's query, Lord Krishna confirms that there will be no downfall or setback for a person who is on the path of yoga, both in this life or in the next life. So even if he fails to achieve sidhi in the path of yoga, even if overcome by, let us say, passion, he deviates, or due to laziness he gives up practice, there is no demerit. The word vinasha is used, meaning no loss of spiritual accomplishment. Arjuna's query earlier was, will a spiritual aspirant be denied of Swarga Loka and will also face diminution of spiritual accomplishment? Lord Krishna's firm reply is that neither will happen. There will be no diminution even if very little yoga or meditation is done. Prapya punyakrita loka ushitva shashvati sama shuchinam shrimatam gehe yoga brashto bhijayate. Yoga brashtaha punyakritam lokan prapya. So yoga brashtaha, one who has got deviated or diverted from yoga. Punyakritan lokan prapya. So he reaches the loka of punyakritam, the righteous people who have done punya. The lokas, what they reach, the same is reached by this person who has got deviated from yoga. Shashvati samaha ushitva. So after residing there, Shashvati is for many years. So after residing there for many years, Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Abhijayate. Shuchinam is pious and Shrimatam is prosperous. So Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe Abhijayate. Abhijayate, born. So he is born after residing in Punyaloka, in the same loka where the righteous people go. After residing there for many years, he is born in a family of the pious and prosperous, that is Shrimatam and Shuchinam. So what is the fate of a person who in all good faith with Shraddha begins yoga but abandons or is unsuccessful in reaching the goal? In the previous shloka, the Lord replies that there is no loss of spirituality accomplished. In this shloka, he goes on to say that the Punya Loka where the righteous go, the same place this person also goes. He reaps the benefits of the merits by going to the Punya Loka. He resides there for many years and then he is born in a pious and prosperous family. So definitely he is a blessed and fortunate person. अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमतां एतद्धि दुर्लभतरं लोके जन्म यदीदृशम् अथवा धीमतां योगिनां kule eva bhavati. So in the previous shloka, Lord Krishna said that he may be born in a pious and prosperous family. Now he says athava, or else dhimatam yoginam kule eva bhavati, or else this person he takes birth in a family of yoginam, family of yogis. Dhimatam, family of yogis endowed with dhimatam, that is wisdom. Idrisham yat etat janma loke hi durlabhataram. So durlabha is rare. So idrisham janma, this birth, okay, a birth of this type, a birth like this is definitely very rare. It is most rare in the world. So in continuation, Lord Krishna tells that a person who due to some reason has abandoned yoga may either be born in a family, pious and prosperous family, or he may be born in a family of enlightened sages. So now that he is born in a family of enlightened sages, he has a right environment to be successful in his yoga pursuit. So due to the efficacy of yoga that he practiced and tried to perfect, he would either go to Swargaloka and then be born in a family that is pious and wealthy, or be born in a family of enlightened sages. Now this is either of these, that is either of these births is very very rare. Not everyone is fortunate to get such a birth. Tatra tam buddhi samyoga labate paurvadehikam yatate chatato bhuyah samsiddhau kurunandana. Kurunandana, O Arjuna, son of the Kurus, tatra tam paurvadehikam buddhi samyogam labate. So labate is gain, get. So tatra, there. So there, tam, that person who has abandoned the yoga in the previous janma, paurvadehikam. Paurvadehikam, so there he comes in touch with the knowledge, buddhi samyogam labate. So there he gains a knowledge that he acquires in paurvadehikam, in the previous body, very easily. So he comes in touch with the knowledge that he acquired in the former body. Cha tataha bhuyaha samsiddhau yatate. And due to the favorable impact, bhuyaha samsiddhau yatate. Yatate is tries to get siddhi, that is perfection in yoga. So what happens to that person who has taken birth in a pious family or in a family of sages? He has a right environment now. Now due to the impressions of his previous birth, he is drawn to the same yoga and other spiritual activities. So with ease he gains the spiritual insight. So this explains how child prodigies are born. So this person in this birth enthusiastically continues his yoga practice that he had abandoned in the previous life, strives to perfect it. So Krishna declares that the habits and spiritual endeavors are so potent that we carry it to the next life. In the next janma, very intuitively, this person, he gravitates towards spirituality, yoga, and he strives to attain siddhi, that is perfection. Purvabhyasena tenaiva hriyate hyavashopi saha jignasurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. Saha avashaha api tena purva abhyasena eva hi hriyate. So saha is he, that is he here refers to that person born in the family of sages. Avashaha, vasha is control, avashaha involuntarily. So purva abhyasena, because of the strength of the past discipline, he has practiced yoga in the past, in his previous birth. Because of the strength, because of the power of that practice, purva abhyasena api avashaha involuntarily eva hi hriyate. Hriyate is drawn. So he is involuntarily drawn to yoga because of the strength of the past discipline. Yogasya jignasuhu api shabda brahma ati vartate. Jignasu is one who is inquisitive, curious. So yogasya jignasuhu api. So one who has been inquisitive, curious, gathered a lot of information about yoga in his previous birth. That person also shabda brahma ati vartate. That is Shabda Brahma. he moves past the ritualistic principles for fruitive actions in the Vedas. So the Vedas state what are all the rituals that need to be done to get material desires. So these two persons, that is the person who has done a lot of yoga practice in the previous birth and a person who has been very curious and inquisitive, that he has collected a lot of information about yoga, they move past the ritualistic principles of fruitive actions that are mentioned in the Vedas. So spiritual aspirant initiated into yoga in the previous birth, even though he was unsuccessful in the previous birth, he is born in a pious family or a family of sages. Now he has the right environment, an environment that is conducive for spiritual development. Now the word Purva Abhyasa, it refers to the previous birth impressions on account of the disciplined life. In the previous birth he has led a disciplined life. Shabda Brahma signifies matter. So you have all the demigods, praying to them. So there are a number of rituals that are mentioned in the Vedas. So by performing all those prayers, those rituals, one can aspire for material objects. Now these two persons, that is one who has practiced yoga in the previous birth and one who has been curious and who has gathered a lot of information, they in the next birth they transcend Shabda Brahma, that is they stop performing actions for desired fruits. So even a person who has been inquisitive, who has gathered information in the previous birth, he also is capable of transcending Shabda Brahma and he gets liberated from the cycle of birth and death. So Krishna tells that due to prenatal impressions, the person in his next birth is inherently detached towards material objects and he transcends Shabda Brahma. Prayatnadyatamaanastu yogi samshuddha kilbhishaha aneka janma samsiddha tato yati param gatim. Tu prayatnat yatamanaha yogi. Tu is but prayatnat yatamanaha yogi. Prayatna is effort. So one who endeavors rigorously, yatamanaha, and he practices yoga. Aneka janma samsiddha kilbishaha. Kilbishaha is cleansed. So he gets cleansed, he gets purified. Purified of what? Worldly attachment. And aneka janma samsiddhi. So he achieves samsiddhi. Samsiddhi is perfection. Siddhi in yoga. Due to aneka janma, due to many lifetimes, and param gatim yati, and he attains the supreme goal. So by now Lord Krishna has sufficiently explained to us the greatness and virtues of yoga, how the merit of yoga practice and discipline accumulates and gives us incarnation in families with the right environment for progress in spirituality, how yoga cleanses us of material attachment and purifies us due to the prenatal impressions, that is previous birth's impressions. We are inherently born without desires. So in this way, efforts that we put in the yoga direction, yoga practice, makes us competent and qualified for samsiddhi, that is for perfection. Tapasvibhyodiko yogi jnanibhyopi matodhikaha karmibhyashvadiko yogi tasmat yogi bhavarjuna. Yogi tapasvibhyah adhikah jnanibhyah api adhikah matah. Matah is considered. So yogi is considered adhikah, superior. Superior to whom? Tapasvibhyah. Tapasvibhyah is an ascetic, one who performs all kind of austerities, severe self-discipline, and he abstains from all forms of indulgence. So yogi is considered adhikaha, yogi is considered superior to tapasvibhyah and jnanibhyah api, also a knowledgeable person. Knowledge of what? He acquires knowledge of the various shastras and Vedas. So yogi is superior, he is considered superior to ascetics and knowledgeable person. Cha kamibhyah yogi adhikaha, yogi is also superior to kamibhyah. Kama is desire. So Kamibhyaha is one who performs all rituals, Vedic rituals to get material objects. So for fruitive actions, he performs various rituals. Arjuna, Tasmat Yogi Bhava. O Arjuna, therefore become a yogi. So yoga is a science where an aspirant merges the individual consciousness with the ultimate consciousness. Now this yogi is superior. He is greater than an ascetic who practices all kinds of austerities and who stays away from indulgence, who is very disciplined. This yogi is also greater than a jnani, a knower of Vedic scriptures, and he is greater than a kami, one who performs Vedic rituals for material benefits. Arjuna therefore become a yogi. योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां समे युक्ततमो मतः. सर्वेषां योगिनामपि यः श्रद्धावान्. So sarvesham yoginam, many types of yogis, that is yogis with different qualities, they have been mentioned in chapter 6. Of all those yogis, yaha shraddhavan, that yogi who in full faith, madgatena, who always thinks of me, antaratmana mam bhajate, in his antaratma he always worships me, he always thinks of me, and with dedication he renders devotional service to me. Me yuktatamaha mataha, he is considered the most yuktatamaha, he is considered the most superior to all the yogis. So in the slokas 30, 31, 32, Lord Krishna describes the various qualities of a yoga, of a perfect yogi, the yogi who has reached the highest state. In sloka 30, sarvabhuta stitam atmanam, Lord Krishna says that the yogi who sees the Supreme Lord in everything. Now look at the yogi who has reached that state. He sees nothing but the Supreme Lord in everything. In sloka 31, sarvabhuta stitam, the yogi who sees the Atma and Paramatma in sarvabhuta, in all the sarvabhuta stitam, he sees the Atma and Paramatma, the Supreme, as the same. Atmaupamyena sarvatra, the yogi who sees the Atma on all as the all-pervading consciousness. So different kinds of yogis are there, people who have reached very high level states in yoga. Now they have all these qualities. So these are some of the qualities that of the yogi who has achieved siddhi. Lord Krishna states that among the various yogis, he considers his devotee as the most superior. So his devotee is superior to even the greatest of the yogis. That devotee who has shraddha, that is absolute faith in the Supreme, with the mind always engaging in Krishna in devotional service, is the greatest of all yogis. Let us summarize what we have covered in 40 to 47 shlokas. 47 shloka being the last shloka of chapter 6. Arjuna earlier raised a query. What is the fate of those who take the path of yoga but are not successful as they die before reaching siddhi? Lord Krishna states that one who is righteous will never come to grief. Such a person goes to the world where the righteous go, and thereafter they are born in a pious and prosperous family or born in a family of saints. This person accumulates and carries forward the merits to the future life. In his next birth, he involuntarily gravitates towards spirituality, yoga, and learns them very easily. He strives and achieves siddhi in yoga. Lord Krishna then declares that a yogi is greater than an ascetic, a jnani, and a kami. Then finally Lord Krishna declares that his own devotee who abides in him in good faith is the greatest of all yogis.